Have you ever found yourself on autopilot in life? Maybe you didn't like it? Me too. Oftentimes we go through life on autopilot. We got our daily grind that we kind of just go through every day. We get up, we drink our coffee, we go to work or school, and we come home and we hang out with our family. We tidy up around the house. We've got our chores around the house that we've got to do. And then we go to bed and we start it all over on the next day. And as my birthday is coming up next week, and I'll be 33, which makes me feel old. So I'm beginning to think, what's the purpose of this life, right? And so just something that I want to challenge you guys to do along with me, and that is simply to pray to God that He would show you what your purpose is. Scripture talks about in Psalms how God knew us before we were born, how He planned out our days, and that's you overlook some of that stuff sometimes. You're just reading through it and you don't think about it. But if you stop and ponder those verses, it really does make you feel and realize that God has this. Like, God's in control. You look at verses like in Jeremiah when he says He has a plan for us. He has a purpose for our life. And so then we think about, all right, so God knew we were going to be born. He planned out our days. He knew what lies ahead. He knows what lies ahead. And He has a purpose for those of us that want to seek after His heart. Wouldn't it make sense for us to pray to Him and ask Him to guide our lives? Oftentimes, I know myself, I just kind of want to go and do my own thing. I want to climb the corporate ladder, or I want to just focus on what I want to focus on, without any regard to what He might have for us, or considering, thinking, and asking Him what He might have for my life. But I want to challenge you, as well as myself, to pause this week and think through and begin to pray what God might have in store for our lives. So let's take a story out of the Bible. Let's think Old Testament, go Abraham. So Abraham, God tells Abraham to go to a land that I will show you. And what that isn't, is it is not God telling Abraham, this is what is going to happen with your life. This is just God telling Abraham, go, and I will lead you. And so that's a challenge for us as well, just to trust God each step of the way, rather than God telling us and just forcing God to tell us what His grand scheme and grand plan is with our lives. Just trust Him step by step each day of the week, and just go through life focused in on Him and trying to trust Him and what He's doing in our lives. So that's my challenge for you this week, is simply to pray and just ask God to guide you along the way. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you have found it helpful. One of the things that I'm going to be doing in 2019 is memorizing 12 passages of Scripture. If you want to join me in that and memorize the same passages, I've created a document that you can download in the notes below. Just click the link there and you'll get access to those passages of Scripture, and we can memorize them together in 2019. So hope you join me in that. Let me know in the comments if you're going to. I'd love to know more about that. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit subscribe and like this video, and I hope you have a great week.